Yo, what is up? It is Test Dummy 22. You are watching Crate Junkies, and some people have been inboxing me lately saying, yo, can you show us your hip-hop vinyl? So I'm like, well, I don't have much, but I will show you what I have, and a lot of it, if you've been watching my channel previously on Planet of Geeks, you might have already seen half of this. Then again, there's some stuff that I've never shown before. So I'm just going to dig into it and show you. First, we're going to start off with, and I do want to, off the bat, just say that there's about 600 12-inch singles, DJ singles, or whatever you want to call them, over there in yonder. And then over there, behind me, there's, I'd say about 50 picture rap records that I haven't went through yet. So I'm only going to show you my new, unopened, and stuff on my shelves. So I moved everything over here, and these two, if we can like, kind of turn this and pull it down a little bit maybe. These two shelves here, and then there's a little bit down here. So we're going to do, first we're going to do the unopened stuff. Eminem, Back in Black, Marshall Mathers. These are all unopened. MF Doom. And this is Operation Doomsday. Old Dirty Bastard. 36 chambers, Return in 36 chambers. This is with the removable laminated food stamp thing, which I'll never open that record. Mad Villain, MF Doom. Ghostface Killer, Iron Man. These are reissues, obviously. This is remastered audio, gatefold. How I would love to open this, but I just can't. I mean, I've listened to those albums growing up so much that when I got them again on vinyl, I kind of just decided to keep them sealed. This is Busta Rhymes' Anarchy. This and Extinction Level Event were the last two albums I listened to from Busta Rhymes. After that, I kind of lost touch with Busta. But there's a few in here that I got to kind of like, anyway, Wu Massacre. This is Redman, or sorry, Method Man, Ghostface, and Raekwon. Pretty cool team up. That's one I've been wanting to open, man, but just haven't got around to it. This is the remaster of Dr. Dre The Chronic. To correct myself the other day, I showed Dre Day. I showed Dre Day single. That's actually not off The Chronic. I wanted to say that. There's also an EP. I'm not sure if the one I have is an EP. We'll check it out because we're going to get to that later. And I'll let you know then when I get to it. Next one, Eminem Relapse. Out of his recent albums, this is one of the better ones. Recovery was good, but Relapse isn't too bad. I don't know what happened to this one. Down here, it almost looks like something got in there and started to like eat at it. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. I really have no idea why it's like that. I just noticed that too. Next one, this is a killer album. Killer Mike. And this is rap music. This is a fucking really awesome album. I had downloaded it, and I just never opened it when I got it. The Jizza, Liquid
It's
Swords.
11 o'clock.
And it's 11 o'clock. The Jizza, Liquid's fucking Swords. This is probably one of the best Wu-Tang based albums out of all the solo stuff that came out in the 90s after 36 Chambers. I think the Jizza Genius, Liquid Swords there had to have been probably the best all-around record. Next one, The Riddle Box, The Insane Clown Posse. This was the only record that they came out with a major label, and that was Jive. I think some other major label might have put out their stuff at one point in time, but this is the one that a major label intervened. They now actually have the rights to this back now, so hopefully they'll be releasing some. Hopefully they'll do some vinyl stuff in the future. The only thing they really ever did on vinyl was their first record was on vinyl, but it wasn't like a picture sleeve. And their sixth Joker card album, The Wraith Shangri-La, was released on record too, which I really want to get my hands on. Next one, this is an open copy of the single from Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With, and Can It Be That It Was All So Simple. I also have, oh no wait, this is the sealed one. This is the sealed one. I also have an open copy of this. And they're both in like pristine condition. Here's these Busta Rhymes albums that I was talking about. These are ones that I never listened to. This is The Big Bang. And this, I think, either came shortly after Anarchy and ELE. I'm not sure if it was this one first or the one I'm about to show you. But these are two records that I never really listened to by Busta. Genesis being the next one. You know, Busta Rhymes is the man, and I'm pretty sure these are great albums. I just kind of fell away from Busta Rhymes after ELE and Anarchy, and for no particular reason. It wasn't because he was bad or anything. It's just, I don't know. I found more interest in other types of music at the time. Next one is Black Moon's Warzone. Next one is Obi Trice's Second Round Is On Me. And I'm going to kind of try to whiz through these because I did just show these recently. Outsiders, The Bricks, Mad Rapper, Domino, and this is Physical Funk. Mac 10, the Paper Route. Alright, those are the sealed ones that are still sealed. Now we're going to get to my stuff on the shelf, which is probably where all the good stuff is. We'll start down here. Original OG copy of Tupac's Machiavelli. This is, I believe, a double LP. Obviously, one of Tupac's more popular albums. You know, it's funny. Tupac's, you know, so popular. You know, everybody knows Tupac's name. But, you know, half of these kids nowadays could probably barely name you two Tupac albums. You know, Machiavelli would be probably the first one you'd hear off anybody's mouth, because this was the one right before he died. It was like almost a lot of his lyrics in this album like predict his death. It's like he almost knew it was happening. And then the whole mystery behind Machiavelli, where he got the name, it's just, he really did a number on some people. You know, a lot of people would like to argue that Elvis might still be alive. I think it would be almost more likely that Tupac is still alive than Elvis, because Tupac actually was the kind of person who didn't want to pay taxes, didn't want to live by the man. You know, he wanted to, if you listen to his albums and you listen to what he talked about, he is the type of person who would have done something like that, and I almost wouldn't put it past him. And he had enough money to do it. I'll tell you, he really did. He was a smart man. He made a lot of money, and he could be living on the island somewhere. But this is a fantastic album. It's a must-have for any hip-hop collection. You have to have that. Next is Doggy Style by Snoop Doggy Dogg, and this is another one. This is obviously a digitally remastered copy. I'm looking for an OG, but they're a little expensive. But nonetheless, this is just like Dr. Dre The Chronic. It's a must-have. You have to have this album. If you're at all trying to start a hip-hop collection, this is an essential. If you weren't around in the 90s and you didn't get to hear that type of stuff firsthand when it first came out, you got to go back to that, and you have to start, And I mean, you're going to see a lot of stuff in here that's must-have type stuff. This not being one of them. This is Mobb Deep's American Nightmare. This is after, Hell on Earth, and then there was Murder Music after that, and I stopped listening to Mobb Deep after Murder Music, which I also got wrong in my last video. I said after Hell on Earth, which is not true. Murder Music was the last album, full-length album that I listened to of them. This, I believe, came after Murder Music. I could be wrong. But Mobb Deep's a great duo, hip-hop, great lyricist. You got Havoc and Prodigy. Prodigy being, I'd say, the more lyrical out of the two. Havoc's a little bit more hardcore. Prodigy's got a little bit more flasé, or whatever you want to call it, on his lyrics. But they're a good group. Next, this is a classic. This is definitely a classic. This is the OG original copy of Summertime by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and it's got the original sticker here on it, and it's not there's also another version that says 98 that came out in, I believe, 1998. It was a reissue of this album, but this is the original. Still in the shrink, still got the sticker. Next one, this is also a must-have. 1999, 2000 was Eminem's. He owned rap music. He was, in 1999 when he came on the scene, this album dropped. It just took the world by storm, and he didn't stop. He was relentless all the way on through, until now even. I mean, the guy's still making half-decent music, and he's somebody that'll go down in history. And not for being white either, for being a great lyricist. You could take away his skin color and he's still killing motherfuckers. He could be a black guy and he'd still be the man. I mean, lyrically, he's very ferocious. And I don't think I have to tell you guys that. But speaking of white rappers, these are the #1. Okay, there is nothing before, nothing came after these guys that will ever match the freaking three horsemen, whatever you want to call them. I mean, these guys, the Beastie fucking Boys, and this is Check Your Head. This is one hell of an album, as is all of their albums. This is a reissue. This is a reissue on Capitol Records, 180 gram vinyl. Just one hell of a fucking record. I mean, probably don't have to tell you that either. This is a 12-inch single by the Beastie Boys. This is Get It Together. This is actually an original. I am so looking for anything Beastie Boys vinyl, because I am just going through this Beastie Boys stage. And I mean, I've been through this stage when I was younger. I went through a big Beastie Boys stage, but for some reason, with MCA passing away and just getting Hot Sauce Committee 2, which, speaking of, happens to be the next record, Hot Sauce Committee 2, what a fucking album. Another banger, a banger by the Beastie Boys. I mean, what can I say? Some of these tracks on here, like Too Many Rappers with Nas, love that track. And just the bass and just the beats and just the rhymes. And I mean, Beastie Boys aren't known for their crazy wordplay. They're kind of just, they bounce off of each other. You know, they go back and forth with each other, and they do it better than some of the, you know, like Run DMC. I mean, I don't think, to be honest with you, I mean, Run DMC, you know, paved the way for a lot of hip hop, but the bottom line is Beastie Boys did what Run DMC does better than Run DMC, and that's, I mean, that's the truth. Not trying to take away from Run DMC at all. They were amazing. I love Run DMC, but the Beastie Boys just had something that no one else had, and no one else has ever had since them, and it probably never will. And it's really sad to see that MCA, rest in peace, has passed away. This is another Beastie Boys record. This is a little different than the rest of them, being that this one has no lyrics. This is all instrumentals. I've only listened to this one time through. This is a reissue. The original one came on gold vinyl. That one's very hard to find and pretty expensive. But this one's just a reissue. It's actually an import from England reissue. But some amazing beats, jazz, funk, soul, you know, just jamming ass stuff on here. A great record to listen to all the way through. I actually have to listen to it again very shortly because it is very good. Next one. This is also another album that you have to have. This is Nas's first album, Illmatic. The album that came after this is more, I guess it would be more well known by mainstream. It Was Written was a great album, and it came after this. It looked a lot like this, except for Nas was older here on the It Was Written album. But this is Illmatic. This was when he was gritty, grimy, coming out of the ghetto. You know, I mean, this was what everybody wanted to hear at the time, and man, did he do it better than anybody. I mean, you got New York State of Mind being one of the biggest hardcore tracks in hip-hop history, and, you know, no one could write some lyrics like Nas. Not a great freestyler, Nas never was, but he was a writer, and he still is a great writer to this day. Nothing like he used to be, but definitely an album that you have to get. Nas, Illmatic. Next record. This is the Prince Among Thieves, Prince Paul. What more can I say about this record except for that everybody and their mommy's on here. You've got Big Daddy Kane here. You got Everlast. You got Exhibit and Sadat X. Who else do we got? Tons of guys on here, and the buck doesn't stop there. The video for this album. There's a couple videos that came out, and the video for this album, they put it all together. It's like almost like a movie, and it's wonderful produced, and it's just like it tells a story. It's definitely one to pick up. This came out sometime in the 90s, I would like to say. It also came out in 99. Definitely overshadowed by a lot of the, you know, like Eminem and stuff like that. Stuff like this was taken backdrop to a lot of that, but still an amazing record, and definitely one to pick up. Next one, this is Mind Playing Tricks on Me by the Ghetto Boys. This is a classic. I don't know what more to really say about it, except for it's a classic. Pick it the hell up. The Ghetto Boys are not to be fucked with. Definitely classic rap from down south. I think they were from down, I want to say Texas, but I'm not necessarily sure about that. But I know they were down south somewhere. Next one, we got Outkast, AT Aliens. This is their second album, and definitely one of their best. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Outkast is one of those groups that is timeless. You know, you could put on an Outkast record 15 years from now, and it's going to sound just like they made it yesterday. You could go back to this, you know, these guys make music that has no sense of time. Just amazing. I mean, really. Outkast, one of my favorite rap groups of all time. One of the best duos in all of hip-hop. And there's really not much more to say about it, man. This is a 12-inch single by Method Man, Releasio Delph, off of his first album, To Cal, which was definitely an amazing album. Judgment Day was probably an album that overshadowed To Cal a little bit, at least in the mainstream, but To Cal was like his first record. After they released 36 Chambers, every member of the Wu-Tang Clan put out a solo album. And out of all those solo albums, like I said, the Jizz's was probably the best. Raekwon's Purple Tape was pretty good. Built on Cuban Links is the title of that. And Iron Man by Ghostface was amazing. RZA took a little while to put out a solo album. His was Bobby Digital, and that came a little later. It actually came closer to later 90s. It took him a while to put out a solo, but for the most part, To Cal was one of those great albums from that time period. And Release Your Delph is a great song. This is the Rotten Rascals, Rotten to the Core. This, I believe, came out in 95. Some good hip-hop there. I'm not going to talk too much about all this. UTFO Crew, old school hip-hop there. That's one of their later records. This is Body Count, Iced Tea, Born Dead. This is Iced Tea's group. You got the whole crew there in the back. Like I said before, these are guys that you do not want your kid hanging out with. You know, take a look at these crazy motherfuckers. And Body Count, man, is one hell of a fucking, like, I mean, just killer fucking crew. What more can I say, man? Sick album. And that's actually still sealed. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Chief Booty Knocker. The Terror Squad, True Story. Fat Joe, Big Pun. Some really good guys to come out of that. Next one we got Belle Biv DeVoe, Hootie Mac. Still looking for Poison. Definitely want to get Poison on vinyl because that's definitely my favorite Belle Biv DeVoe. Next one we got Poison Clan, Rough Town Behavior, which is a 1993 rap group that basically went unnoticed. Not a lot of people even really heard of these guys, but I basically picked this one up. Like I said before, it's a sign of the times. Good nostalgia. You know, you got the guys with the black hoods and the guns, and this is, you know, a lot of records look like this back in the 90s. Tech Nine, It's Alive, off of his album Angelic. If you've never heard Tech Nine, what are you waiting for? Type it in right now. Make sure you have some bass. Make sure you're allowed to listen to music loud. Wait till the morning time. Type in It's Alive, Angelic, Tech Nine on YouTube, and turn it the fuck up. And I promise you, if you're at the least bit into hip-hop, you will enjoy that album. If you don't, there's something wrong with you. Exhibit. This is one of the Exhibit albums I've never really got into and never really even gave a chance yet. This is Man vs. Machine. I just picked this up recently. This is a promotional copy. But, you know, Exhibit's the man. I'm pretty sure there's some really good stuff on there. This is Burn Baby Burn, MMG, Too Black, Too Strong, Burning the American Flag. We've talked about some of these recently, so I'm going to try to just squeeze through here. Kid and Play, Funhouse. This is off of the House Party soundtrack. We've got Slick Rick, I Shouldn't Have Done It, 12-inch. Try to roll through these pretty quick here. We got Eric B. and Rakim, Move the Crowd. Definitely a classic. We've got Run DMC, Run's House. Whose House? Run's House. We've got another Eric B. and Rakim. This is Paid in Full. Pretty popular record here. This is definitely an original. We got Sway and Tech, DJ Revolution, This or That. Check out the track, The Anthem. Gotta check that track out. Type it in right now. Sway and Tech, The Anthem. I told you that on the other video. I'm telling you again. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Cypress Hill, Hand on the Pump. Sipping on a 40, smoking on a blunt. Bust my gun, red and meth. That's not that song, but anyway. Calvin Broadus, Snoop motherfucking Dogg, Murder Was the Case soundtrack. What do we got here? Redman, What the Fuck album. This is Redman's first record. Now, Redman's just a crazy New Jersey, hardcore, in-your-face, smack you up, jump around type rapper, man. The guy is a fucking genius and a beast on the microphone. Bottom line, get some Redman in your fucking life. Spouty Thieves, Even Cheaper. Nothing too special there. What do we got here? EPMD, So What You Saying? EPMD, obviously, Eric Sermon. Definitely some good stuff here. Definitely good old school stuff. This is House Party, original motion picture soundtrack. What collection would be, not complete with that? UTFO Crew, this is one of their very older records. This came out definitely in the late or early 80s, late 70s. I don't think I'm going to get a date here. Definitely probably the early 80s. I'd say probably 84 to 83, something like that. Maybe even earlier. UTFO Crew. Next we got Bismarcky, Just a Friend, 12-inch single. And they say just a friend. Baby, you got what I need. You can't beat that. What we got here? Third Base, Portrait, Artist is a Hood. This is just a 12-inch single. Third Base, Pop Goes the Weasel. Pop Goes the Weasel. This is Cool C, Life in the Ghetto. Some more old school. This is kind of going to be my obsession video for boop boop. That's the sound of the police. KRS-One. This is my obsession. As of right now, my obsession for the last couple weeks has been getting my hip-hop collection to where it used to be. Grand Puba. This is You Know How It Goes, and this is a 12-inch single, still in the shrink with the sticker. Because when I was a kid, I had all this stuff on tape. And I still have a lot of those tapes, actually. But I want it all on vinyl. This is Big L. Another MC that, left a little too early on us. Put It On. Put It On is the name of the 12-inch. Big L was, died a little too young. This is the Youngsters, Illy Funksters. I'll Make You Famous. Thing about this record is Mobb Deep is all over this joint. They're in like 4 songs, and they also do a remix of one of Mobb Deep's songs. I forget which fucking song it is. I can't seem to find it. But I think they do anyway. Or they do a remix of one of their songs with Mobb Deep. I know there's like 1, 2, 3 tracks with Mobb Deep on this. These guys never really went anywhere, but just having those tracks by Mobb Deep is pretty cool because Mobb Deep used to be one of my favorite rap groups. Warm It Up, Chris. I'm about to. Warm It Up, Chris. That's what I was born to do. Crisscross. Next one, we got Gangstar, Take It Personal. Big Shook, Guru, and Freddie the Fox. Will Premier bring the beats? No, it just don't stop. It's the Militia. That's my shit. That's like my favorite Gangstar song of all time. The Militia. Anyway, some more of Gangstar. Mass Appeal. This I have like doubles and triples of. Next one we got, this is a full length, Real to Real, Grand Puba. Still in the shrink with the sticker. Well, not the sticker, just the price sticker. Next one we got LL Cool J's, The Definition. This is one I have doubles of this one. Anybody that wants that, let me know. Jamal Fades Them All, 12-inch. I'm more of a bad LL fan. I'm a LL fan of him back in the day. Mrs. Boss Deeper. Not really too familiar with that. That just happens to be in there. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Wise Intelligent, Killing You. Some of this stuff like that, and the one before that I'm not really too familiar with. This is Super Cat, Girls Town. This is Fife Dog, Flawless, backed with Let Me Find Out. Let me find out. Shit, let me find out. Delinquent Habits, featuring smash single The Delinquents. I remember this coming out, man. Never listened to it. I have it on vinyl. I've never listened to it. I just have it. You know how you have stuff. And this is Bahamadia. This chick got skills. Bahamadia. I was first introduced to her off of Sound Bomb in Volume 2. Man, I remember that one track. I think it was her and Kylie Kweli or something. And man, shoo, man, does this girl got some skills. Wonderful voice. Great rapper. Bahamadia. Cool name, too. Here we go. Smooth Operator, Big Daddy Kane. What are you going to do about that? Big Daddy Kane stuff, man, is hard to find, especially in good condition. Kid Flash, He's in Effect. I don't know much about that one. Some of these I got to go back and listen to. This is Lakim Shabazz. The 45 King presents Lakim Shabazz, Pure Righteousness. Not militant. I forget the word I'm looking for. Time to Flow, D Nice. DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, I Think I Can Beat Mike Tyson. Remember that one? That's how I remember that shit. It's crazy. Terminator X featuring Houdini and Godfathers of Threat. It all comes down to money. Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It takes two to make a thing go right. We still got a whole other cube, guys. This is a long video, but I wanted to get this logged. Okay, the DOC, Lord of Lords, King of Kings. It's funky enough. 12-inch. It's one guy I want to get some full lengths. That's on a Red Ruthless Records label too. It's pretty nice. I like the Red Ruthless record labels, not the silver ones. This is Heather B, another female rapper. Definitely pretty good female hip-hop. We got Luke, It's Your Birthday. This is a 12-inch single. I've always been kind of weird about this because it says here, has a sticker on it, says sale for $24.99. It seems a little expensive for a 12-inch single with only 6 songs on it. Just saying. I mean, did someone really pay $24 for that? This is Houdini, The Haunted House of Rock. This is on a... I'm pretty sure I passed some other colored vinyl up, but this one I really like. It's on this green vinyl, and I love that label. Run DMC. Run's house. Next one is Run DMC, Down with the King. Next one is Public Enemy, Brother's Gonna Work It Out. Ain't. The wind's blowing my doors. Anyway, Brother's Gonna Work It Out. Ain't nigga, anti-nigga machine. And Power to the People. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. This is the album with Nightmare on My Street is on here. He's the DJ. He's the MC, or he's the rapper. Dr. Dre, Dre Day. Yeah, this is the, I think this is the EP. It has 187, original track from the motion picture Deep Cover, which is the track, first Snoop Dogg track ever. Dre Day, extended club mix, Puffin' on Blunts and Drankin' Tangeray, unavailable on the LP. Dre Day and Dre Day LP version and Dre Day radio mix. So that's cool. I think this is the EP. I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research and find out. This is awesome. Return of the Living Bassheads. Probably one of the coolest. I don't know. One of my favorite Public Enemy songs, anyway. Some more Public Enemy. We got Night Train. And this might end up turning into 2 videos unless they let me upload the whole thing. This is another one, Public Enemy, Welcome to the Terra Dome. Public Enemy, 911 is a Joke. Then we got Redman, Doc 2000. This is a good record. Definitely a good record. That's a double LP. Next one we got A Tribe Called Quest, Jazz, 12-inch. Ghostface Killah, Motherless Child, 12-inch. Boogie Down Productions, what is this? By All Means Necessary, KRS-One. Boogie Down Productions. Stakes is High, De La Soul. Very proud of my 2 De La Soul records. They're in like mint condition. The Low End Theory. No hip-hop collection is complete without it. If you have a hip-hop collection and don't have that record, then you don't have a hip-hop collection. Same thing with this, 3 Feet Below and Rising. Or 3 Feet High and Rising. Same thing with the other De La Soul record I just showed, Stakes is High. You gotta have that too. There's a lot you have to have. This is a newer hip-hop record, Aesop Rock. What's the name of this? Skeleton. Nothing special. Necro. Cockroaches. Burn the Groove to Death, Kid. Fuck You to the Track. And STD. If you're looking for sick, Necro's fucking sick. How High. Method Man and Redman. 12-inch. Cypress Hill, Insane in the Membrane. Insane in the Brain. LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. I'm gonna knock you out. Ice Cube, You Know How We Do. Off of Lethal Injection, 12-inch. Another one. Ice motherfucking Cube, Kill It Will, full length. Pretty proud of this one too. This one's in great shape. See, a lot of hip-hop records, man, it's one thing. If you're collecting hip-hop records, you kind of got to come to a realization that you're probably not going to find everything in great condition. You know, when you're collecting rock and other things like that, you can usually find good copies of stuff because there's so much of it. But with hip-hop, a lot of the people who owned the hip-hop back in the day, if you're looking for original stuff, beat the hell out of it. So it's hard to find hip-hop that's in 100% mint condition. So you basically just take what you can get when it comes to hip-hop. That's one thing that you gotta know when it comes to collecting hip-hop on vinyl, unless you want to get reissues of everything, which is really no fun, to be completely honest. Here's another one. This is an original too. I mean, these are all originals. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. And this, some of these are in pretty good shape. Some of them not so much. Professor X, They Don't Know Jack. Fucking dope ass picture right there. This is the bad boy right here. This is another one of those you do not have a collection if you do not have this record type of deals. This is Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Came out in '93. If you don't have this record, go fucking get it. Still as impactful today as it was however long ago. Here's another one. Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet. You gotta have this too. You gotta fucking have it. There's a lot that I don't have that I should have, to be honest. Ready to Die. Notorious B.I.G. OG, baby. Double LP. What do we got next? Ooh, another Ghetto Boys. This is Fifth Ward Chronicle, Till Death Do Us Part. This came out in '93. Here's another one. Check that out. Probably one of the, I'd say one of the coolest covers. Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Another one that you should definitely have. Spoonie G, the Godfather of Rap. Shaheem, the Rugged Child. Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, Part 2, 12-inch single. Easy motherfucking E, Easy Does It. This is an original Ruthless Records copy. This is one badass record. But it's not the Easy E record I'm looking for. Jay-Z, Dead Presidents, Ain't No Nigga Like the One I Got. 12-inch with the sticker. Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang Forever. Double LP, original copy. DJ Clue, the Professional. Jay-Z. Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Definitely one of Jay's fucking best albums. Back when I used to actually like Jay-Z. Coolio, Too Hot. Gold label, promotional. Mobb Deep, Infamous, double LP, their best record, okay? Hands down. I remember playing Super Nintendo Mario All-Stars and just bumping the fuck out of this record while I was kicking the hell out of mushrooms and turtles and stuff like that. That's an original copy. The Roots, 12-inch, Don't Say Nothing. The Gravediggers, Diary of a Madman, and Constant Elevation. The fucking Gravediggers. Dude, go get Sick Pickle and Axe, or Sick Pickle. Well, I can never say it right. Axe, Pick, and Sickle, or Sickle, Pick, and Axe. I think that's the name of the album. or go get. Was this off of that record? I can't really remember if this is off. Or is the name of this record Diary of a Madman? I'm not sure, but I know Pick, Sickle, and Axe is a great fucking record, and but I know Diary of a Madman, that's a great song. Constant Elevation. I mean, Gravedigger is the RZA, like alternate group besides the Wu-Tang Clan, and I'll tell you what, they are just as good as the Wu-Tang Clan. Definitely some more like crazy, off the wall shit. This is Death Certificate by Ice Cube. This one's a little warped. Not much. It's not that it won't play. It's just got a little warp to it. Like the whole record kind of tilts a little bit. But it's still good. This is Wicked, Ice Cube, 12-inch single. This is the original mint. I mean, these are... See, everything... See, that's the only one that I have that's a little fucked up by Ice Cube is that last one I showed you. Everything else is great. Check Yourself, 12-inch. Well, these are all in great shape. Redman. What is this? Blow Your Mind, 12-inch. Ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck me better. Keith motherfucking Murray, The Rhyme, off of the album Enigma, which I'm going to show you next. And this, if it was up to me, I'd say to you, this is a record that you have to have too. Keith Murray's Enigma. If you're a lyricist, and this is a gold stamp promo too, and I got this for $1. Double LP, got the sticker on it now. So happy when I found this. One of my favorite records of all time. I had that on tape. I still have the original tape I had when I was a kid with that one. Well, as with a lot of these, to be honest. This is CNC Music Factory. Not necessarily rap, but it just happens to be in there. This is the Cottonmouth Kings, the Green album. This is a really good record. Both on green vinyl, double LP. Really nice. Fucking any Cottonmouth Kings album is a good album, man. They're just great music. Next one we got Slick Rick, The Adventures of Slick Rick. Fucking classic, original, OG, original. Next one we got is Fat Boys Are Back, original copy. And we're getting down here to the end. 12-inch singles, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See by Busta Rhymes. I actually have like 2 or 3 of these. It's in great shape. One of my favorite songs by him. Next one, there's that open copy of the 12-inch Wu-Tang Clan Nothing to Fuck With. And last but not least, on the shelves, we've got Death Grips, The Money Store, obviously a newer rap group. And that's it for the shelves, guys. Everything else is behind me, and one of these days I'm going to go through that stuff with you and also show some of the 12 inches I have, because there's a couple 12 inches that I have that are very, very cool for history purposes. So, I mean, obviously I showed a lot of 12 inches in this, but I'm talking about DJ 12 inches, the ones with the hole in the middle. Not picture 12 inches, so. That's it, man. Crate Junkies, that is my hip-hop collection as of now, as of September 18th, 2012. That's going to grow. Give it another couple months, and that will probably double the triple, because I'm really on a gotta get the shit I had when I was younger kick. So 50 minutes long. Probably won't even be able to upload this whole thing, but if I can, that's great. I'm going to go to the Facebook page. Peace the fuck out.